We're in Queens, New York, Citi Field, home of the Mets. A team with World Series aspirations. A tough test, though, right out of the gates. Reigning Cy Young Award winner Paul Skeens and the Pirates looking to make their first playoff appearance in over a decade.
Freddie Peralta acquired from the Milwaukee Brewers, 29-year-old right-hander and two-time All-Star, coming off a season in Milwaukee that saw him reach a career high in wins, innings of work, and games started.
O'Neill Cruz going to lead this game off.
Freddie Peralta ready to begin his career as a New York Met.
Another 3-2 pitch, and just a one-handed pop up to shallow center field, drops in for a base hit. O'Neill Cruz just reached out and pokes it into center field. A leadoff hit to begin the 2026 season. Lau, the lefty hitter, one of the new acquisitions for the Pirates, hit 31 homers last year for Tampa Bay.
And Lau on a first pitch breaking ball sends a fly ball out to the corner. It's the rookie Carson Benj leaping, and no, that one goes. Brandon Lau on the first pitch he sees as a Pirate has hit a two-run homer.
The first home run in the major leagues in 2026 belongs to the new Pirate Brandon Lau.
It didn't take long for the Pirates to go into their home run celebration, and that's an actual steel mill workers welding helmet.
Now Brian Reynolds, switch hitter, batting left.
And Brian Reynolds chums at a breaking ball. One gone.
The 0-2 curve swung on and missed, strike three. The ball in the dirt. It's a give up as Ozuna strolls back to the dugout when Alvarez was ready to apply the tag. Two strikeouts now in succession.
Three straight strikeouts, but the two-run homer gets the visitors on the board first on opening day. Brandon Lau's two-run homer, early support for 23-year-old Pirates ace, two-time All-Star Paul Skeens.
In this early part of spring training and late part of the offseason, Francisco Lindor had hand surgery. Well, here he is leading off.
Ball four to Lindor. Leadoff hitter reaches in the bottom half of the first. Man on in front of four-time All-Star Juan Soto. But Soto fights a pitch off his hands, dumps it into right center field. Lindor on his way to third. Throw there is not in time. And here come the Mets with nobody out in their half of the first.
Super aggressive base running right there, right in the face of O'Neill Cruz from Francisco Lindor. Cruz makes a strong throw right here. Has to just go a little bit too far to that right to make it a little more competitive.
First and third with nobody out. What an opportunity for Bo Bichette to do a little damage here in his first plate appearance as a Met. Bichette with a fly ball the other way for O'Hearn. Makes the catch in the corner. Lindor is going to tag up. Mets get one of them back immediately, and welcome to New York, Bo Bichette with an RBI sac fly in his first plate appearance as a Met. So one in, one out, one on, and now it's Jorge Polanco, the new Met switch hitting first baseman today. Little tapper, that's going to be trouble. Skeens bare hands, he's got to eat it, everybody's safe.
I mean, again, it's exactly kind of, the Bichette at bat, and now here you see Polanco being tough. Obviously, Paul Skeens, he didn't try to do much with that. Just stayed back enough to put the ball in play, and in this case, he hit it in the perfect spot and gets a knock.
Not exactly a lot of loud contact against him, but it spells some trouble here with a run in and two on for Luis Robert Jr. making his Mets debut this afternoon. Payoff pitch. Lost him on ball four. Impressive. Two walks, two full counts among the first five batters that Skeens has faced, and I don't know that we saw this at any point over 32 starts last year from Skeens.
Look, this is impressive of what we just saw through five hitters, right, for the Mets.
Pirates bullpen is up in the first inning with Skeens on the mound. Any team would have signed up for that. Bases loaded, and Brett Beatty coming up.
Beatty to center field. Cruz started in, and he gets burned. It's over him. Send him. All three will score.
And going to third with a three-run triple is Brett Beatty, and the Mets have a 4-2 lead. This has been a near perfectly executed offensive first inning for the New York Mets with their new philosophy and new talent against the reigning Cy Young Award winner in the National League, Paul Skeens. The infield up for Marcus Semien in his Mets debut. First pitch, fastball hit high in the air to center, not too deep. In comes Cruz, shading his eyes. He can't come up with it. It falls in front of him or to his left. Coming in to score is Beatty. Digging for second is Semien, and he's in with a misplayed double, and the Mets have a 5-2 lead.
A nightmarish start for Oneil Cruz on opening day. Oh, no. All the work in the spring, the renewed emphasis on defense. There was so much optimism for Oneil Cruz, and he lost that one in the sun. And now it's the rookie right fielder Carson Bench making his major league debut in a circumstance that none of us saw coming.
The 0-2 swing and a miss for the strikeout, the second out of the inning, the ninth man to the plate. Now Francisco Alvarez.
You got to think here, Brownie, with Paul Skeens going to throw at least 36 pitches here in this first inning. Is this going to be it, no matter what happens?
And that one hits him. Nothing going right for the Bucks in the bottom of the first.
Wow, this is an ugly inning for Pittsburgh.
He's never had a 5-run inning and didn't have one last year, and that's going to be it. Wow, Don Kelly has seen enough, and Paul Skeens will be done after 37 pitches and 2/3 of an inning on opening day.
Wow, this is unbelievable.
A shocking result.
Yeah, nobody had this on the bingo card.
And he has turned it over to Johan Ramirez in the bottom of the first inning. Francisco Lindor batting. Oh, 2 runners aboard. That one gets away from Henry Davis. Everybody advances. And I don't know that it's Bradenton cobwebs or what, but the Pirates have not been sharp to start the day. 2-1 to Lindor. Fly ball into shallow left. Reynolds is there for it to put a merciful tourniquet to a big bottom of the first for the home side.
There's one away in the third. Here's Oneil Cruz batting left.
And he loses Oneil Cruz.
Oh, we got it.
We got a cap. We got a cap touch. A challenge.
And it came from Peralta. Not the cap. Got him.
Hey! Every manager we've talked to in spring training and to begin the season is reluctant to give their pitchers the green light to challenge calls. But Freddie knew he had the zone there. It's a big one, man.
And now Brandon Lau with 2 outs and nobody on.
Lau with another high drive to right field. Bench back, turns his back to the infield, and
wow.
Brandon Lau's doing nothing but hit homers as a Pirate.
Another moonshot. The first one in inning number 1, 103 off the bat, sky high. I think this was probably arguably higher than that one. This one did not want to come down. Brandon Lau, welcome to Pittsburgh.
Back-to-back walks from Montgomery.
So now Luis Robert Jr.
And that's in through the 5.5 hole. Around third is Lindor. Throws offline. And the Mets are on the board in the fourth. It's 6-3 New York.
Forcing these Pirates pitchers to throw a lot of pitches. Battling, and that's a 2-strike hit for Robert there. So big for his game to not be just a... Some guys are give-up outs. You get them to 2 strikes, they're cooked. And Robert at times has had that in his career, but a fresh start, change of scenery, so far, so good.
Gonzalez, a right-hand hitter, former first-round pick of the Pirates.
As Nick Gonzalez dumps a base hit into right.
Here's Henry Davis, grounded out to third, his first at bat. Pitch from Peralta, breaking ball, bounce left side, past the third baseman Bichette into the left field corner. Slowly hit into the corner. By the time Soto fishes it out of there, Henry Davis is standing at second with an RBI double, and the Pirates get on the board here in the fifth to make it 6-4.
That's beautiful right there. Good piece of hitting by Henry Davis as well. And I was just complimenting Nick Gonzalez on staying through the baseball and pushing to the big side of the field.
Here's Oneil Cruz.
Oh, look out. Flying projectile. Big fella lost the shillelagh on that pass.
The old emergency hack right there. Trying to protect. Now he's trying to speed up. Don't worry. There's a net there. Well, let's see how Freddie Peralta approaches this right here. After, as you mentioned, 2 home runs to Lau.
Full count pitch. A little tapper to the right side of the infield. Semien will gather it in. Davis to third on out number 2. It's a real big at-bat for Peralta and the Mets because Brian Reynolds, in addition to being a 2-time All-Star and leading the Pirates in hits for 5 straight seasons, has the most hits of any active player against Freddie Peralta.
I would throw a changeup. He's been leaning on it. I think he's comfortable with it. Changeup.
Yeah! Dr. Leiter got him. 1 in the Pirates' 5th. Third trip to the plate for Francisco Alvarez this afternoon. He's been hit by a pitch and flied to left. He's got a runner aboard with 1 away. That's a shot to right. Boy, he was on that heater.
He's going to put a lot of balls in play.
Ball 4, the bases are loaded. 7 walks drawn by the Mets to this point in this game. And Juan Soto coming up with the bases juiced.
2-1 pitch into the hole and into left field. 1 on, 1 in, and the fire is still hot in the Mets half of the 5th. Back to a 3-run New York lead.
A terrific piece of hitting right here by Juan Soto. Look at the hole, the 6 hole right there. Really would have been a straight up ball to shortstop, but obviously not playing there. Jared Triolo. You got a catcher runner from second base, so he's held up at third. Moved the line.
Bases loaded, a run in with 2 away. Jorge Polanco has singled, walked, and scored in this one. The 3-0 loses him on 4 pitches. He walked in a run. The 8th walk of the afternoon by Pirates pitching. And now Luis Robert Jr. Little excuse me. Oh, no. And everybody's safe.
Luis Robert Jr. with a little excuse me. Ground ball single just to the right of the pitcher's mound has now given the Mets a 9-4 lead.
Spencer Horwitz's stop between first and second and has turned to look at the video board because he wanted to see where he was coming off first to try to field this ball. Probably should have got back to first. The second baseman should have helped, but advantage Mets after that.
9-4, and here's Beatty for the second time with the bases loaded.
High fly ball slicing in left. Reynolds is there, and the inning comes to an end. Not before 3 more for New York.
Now 3-2 on O'Hearn.
O'Hearn to the opposite field. That ball carrying. Soto back, looking up, and that one's gone. Big time opposite field pop for Ryan O'Hearn.
Off the bat, this looked like it didn't have a chance whatsoever. It just kept going. A backside ball nonetheless. Not easy to do. Big pop. Ryan O'Hearn.
Tell it how strong he is. I'm with you, Neil. This ball, of course, he got barreled, but ends up going 358 feet.
And there's 1 out. And that will bring up Carson Benj. Struck out his first 2 times. Walked and scored in the 5th. First pitch, Benj hits it in the air to right field, fairly deep. O'Hearn back at the wall, and it's gone! He hit it off the canopy in the right field bullpen. Carson Benj makes his first major league hit, a home run! Congratulations to Carson Benj as he gets an enthusiastic pat on the back from third base coach Tim Leeper. An aggressive fist bump from Francisco Alvarez, and they're waiting to congratulate the kid in the Mets dugout. Carson Benj, his first major league knock and homer, and the Mets take a 10-5 lead.
And a sea of arms and high fives swallow him up as he goes down the line in that dugout. Look at a smile on his face. And the fans love it. They love this kid.
Alvarez follows up with a bomb. Oh, my goodness. Top tank. Santa Maria.
And the Mets now lead 11-5.
Oh, you have Benj, who flew out of the box and around first base on his home run. This one, Alvarez did the classic swing and stare and take the slow trot up the line. A look into the dugout, flexing that bicep. That was a shot, a classic Alvarez bomb.
To the 9th in an 11-5 lead for the home side on opening day. Veteran right-hander Luis Garcia. And a base hit into right field for Ryan O'Hearn.
Here's Triolo.
First ball swinging is Jared Triolo with a gapper into right center field. O'Hearn into third. Second and third with nobody out to start the 9th for the Pirates. 0-1 the count to Nick Gonzalez. That's out to right. Benj on the move. It's going to split he and Robert, and that's going to drive in a pair. O'Hearn and Triolo score. A 2-run double for Nick Gonzalez, who's got a multiple hit opening day line, and it's an 11-7 ball game.
The last thing you want in a game like this is to get your closer in there, and it looks to me that Mets bullpen is starting to move around a little bit. Devin Williams looks to be getting ready out there.
They're probably one more hit away from having to go to him.
All right, so now it's Henry Davis. 0-2 to Davis. A swing and a high fly ball into left field. And Juan Soto's there, meaning the Pirates are down to their final out on this opening day. The Mets, opening day, best record in the sport in openers. And they're an out away from making it even better.
Swung on and missed, strike 3, put it in the books. Garcia gets him with a split. And the Mets, certainly from an offensive standpoint, extremely impressive in beating the Pirates on opening day. on an afternoon when you figured runs would probably be at a premium when you consider the starting pitchers, yet the teams combined for 18 runs.